Okay, we're here at Lehigh Circle. Just came in the front door, and there's a good amount of, there's a transom window and a side light, so there's a little bit of natural light here by the front. This is the coat closet. And from here, we've got this tile entry, and you step down into the main living room, and you can also walk up into this loft space. I'll take you up there first. This is the entire second level is just this loft, which is above the kitchen. So maybe suitable for an office. You can kind of get the layout of the place from up here. Neighborhood is a little downscale compared to what we've been looking at lately. You're looking over your neighbor here, and it's not really a pretty sight. The front yard is a little rough also. That is the front yard of the neighbor's house. Okay, so first of all, this carpet is old and it has stained pretty much every room in the house. So this carpet would need to be replaced. Can also see, just a bunch of wear and tear in the paint. So probably the whole house would need to be painted also. This is a wood two-sided fireplace. So you've got one on this side and one around on the other side too. Little space to store firewood. Nice vaulted ceilings in here, so a little bit of architectural interest. There's also a skylight up there. Backyard, on the smaller side and not too private. The guy out back here was working on a project earlier, and it looks like he's got something smoking now. So you're really kind of up close and personal with the neighbors. Got this covered porch, which does not have like a super nice finished feel to it, but it's just, a basic concrete porch. And then the backyard is mostly xeriscape. There's no grass and just a few bushes and a couple of trees. I'll take you down this hallway first. So over on the right side of the house, we have the primary bedroom, which does have vaulted ceilings. It's very dark in here. This is actually a west-facing window, I think, or mostly west, but it feels like a dark room. And you can see the carpet's not in great shape. I believe this is a safe. Primary bathroom. So we do have two sinks. Nice, not actually sure if that's granite or a man-made product, a quartz product, but it's a nice countertop and also nice cabinets. There's a walk-in closet here, which is not huge, but an okay size. And then you keep walking through the bathroom. And back here we have a soaking tub. Stall shower. We do have the vaulted ceilings in here as well. A little linen closet back here. Whole bunch of hooks. Not sure why they need so many hooks in the bathroom, but who knows? Okay, so coming back out into the primary bedroom, And then down the hall, there's just another linen closet here in the hall. The hall bathroom, which has a nice custom tile. Vanity that's not new, but fairly nice. And another big soaker tub. Tub and shower combo. And then 2 bedrooms at the end of the hall. Both pretty small, pretty plain. These both look out on the front of the house. Do have a ceiling fan. Okay. Okay, coming back, we were already in this room, and there's kind of a mirror of this room on the other side. This area, I think, is intended for a dining space, and that's the way it was set up in the photos that you saw online. This could potentially be a dining space too, or a second living space. Got this very fancy chandelier. This side of the fireplace does appear to be gas. Yep, well, this is a gas fireplace. So the other side is wood, this side is gas. And another step out onto the backyard, which you have already seen. Looks like he's still smoking back there. And the kitchen. A couple of upgrades to the kitchen, mainly these big granite counters. There's this big sort of bar area, and it's extra wide here. The cabinets are original, and they've been painted with this kind of taupe color, and then white cabinet bodies, and then taupe on the doors. So it's kind of a interesting look. And the kitchen window looks out over the neighbors. Nice appliances. Nice gas range, newer refrigerator, looks like a pretty nice dishwasher. Did not check to see if this is, yes. We do have an exterior vent here for the microwave. Okay, and the kitchen steps out. I guess I'll just give you a quick overview of the kitchen also. It's not big, I would call it a medium-sized kitchen. You can see some of the drawers are a little bit iffy, a little bit maybe misaligned in the cabinets. Just kind of general wear and tear type stuff. You can see the grubby fingerprints and, you know, where the deadbolt has whacked the door here. There are also a few dog doors here and there in the house. So the house definitely feels lived in. Okay. Garage, just a basic 2-car garage. There's a little bit of a storage loft up here. Don't know if if the locker system, the storage over there is staying. One thing is we do have two 220-volt outlets out here in the garage, and it does look like they've upgraded the sub panel. So some electrical upgrades here in the garage, either for charging an electric car, or maybe they were, you know, running a big air compressor or welder or something. Okay, back in the kitchen, and then downstairs. And again, down here, this is the same carpet, and it's toast. It'll need to be replaced. So the laundry room is down here. And we have an older furnace and an older water heater. And looks like this vents out to the unfinished room on the other side, which I'll show you in a minute. A couple of really big rooms down here. So these are, I guess you'd call them non-conforming bedrooms because they don't have an egress window. but they do have closets. So pretty big bedroom, walk-in closet, and then this little unfinished storage room under the stairs. One thing I've noticed is there's a little efflorescence in all of the unfinished areas. That's this white stuff here on the wall, which means that there's been some moisture down here in the past. Also, fun little doodles here. Somebody musing on their future. Maybe it looks like a kid planning for their, their great future. Another big room in here. And again, technically I would call this a non-conforming bedroom. Do have a little window, no egress. Closet with built-ins. In this room, it's hard to see, but it is really pretty big. I'd say it's about 12 feet across and, gosh, probably 20 feet long. Okay. Another bedroom back here. And you know what? This one does have what's attempting to be an egress window. You can see it's a little bit bigger. They even have the little ladder to climb out. Technically, this is not conforming because the distance from the window to the floor is too high. In order to be a conforming bedroom by modern specs, the window would have to be about a foot bigger. But again, a nice big room here in the basement. Soap dispenser. Why? I have no idea. And then this room is kind of like a, rec room or maybe a media room. It's divided in half with this set of sliding doors, which is kind of an odd setup. Well, this one slides and the rest of them are just hanging there. So they're just hanging loose. This isn't an actual wall, but they kind of intended it to work like a wall. One note, this side is nicely painted. This side is not. And then there's another little space back here. Honestly, I would just lose these doors and just turn this all into the same room here on both sides. That would probably make more sense. And then there's a little bathroom down here with some very elaborate tile work. Look at this. Real mosaic stuff here. So somebody definitely took pride in their tile work. Vessel sink. And then back here again, there's another unfinished workroom. Again, I'm seeing some efflorescence. This is, I think, the front of the house. So this would indicate that they have had some moisture in here in the past. And that's not uncommon for a house of this vintage. I do not see a sump pit or sump pump or anything like that here. I don't know if it has a perimeter drain. Being that it's an early 80s house, there's a good chance it does not. So that's just something to think about. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Thanks.